Good morning, children. Hope that all of you are keeping fine. And you must have gone through the first part of gravitation, children. And now we are doing the second part. That means continuation of gravitation itself. So in the last class we have learned Newton told that any two bodies present in the universe attract each other. And this attracting force formula also we have learned, capital G m1 m2 upon r square, in which m1 and m2 are the masses of the two bodies about which we are discussing, and r is the distance between the center of the one body to center of the other body. So from that formula we come to know that the gravitational force depends upon the product of the masses, as well as it depends upon the square of distance inversely. So what are the factors on which gravitational force depend? For that, look at the formula. From the formula we get the factors. So the factors, I repeat, masses of the bodies, as well as it depends upon the square of the distance inversely. And what are the properties of gravitational force? The gravitational forces are always attractive force. They are very weak force. In fact, they are the weakest force. And they obey inverse square law. Obey inverse square law means depending upon this point. And they are equal and opposite force. That means the forces are equal and they are acting in the opposite direction. To understand that, I have taken an example. Children, the example is like this. Have you thought about why the apple is falling down towards the earth? Have you ever thought about that? Why apple is falling towards the earth? Why earth is not going to apple? You must be thinking the question is very funny. But the question is not funny, children. It is based on physics law, gravitation topic. See here, I have shown its explanation. Look at the explanation, children. This is the force acting on the apple by earth. Capital letter A for representing apple. Capital letter E represents earth. So this means force acting on the apple by the earth. And this one, force acting on the earth by apple. You know, these two forces are equal in value and opposite in direction. Their forces, their values are equal. Just think that, children, how much force apple is exerting on earth is same as how much force earth is exerting on apple. Both are equal. If both the forces are equal, then earth should move towards the apple. Why only apple is moving towards earth? Its reason is here. Their forces are equal. Force formula you have already learned. F is equal to ma in Newton's law chapter. So, force acting on apple by earth is represented here. F is equal to ma of apple. And this is force acting on earth by apple. Its value is written here, ma of earth. So you can see from here, mathematically we can write this equation in this form. See children, from this equation we can convert in the ratio form. What is the meaning of this equation? You know, mass of earth is greater than mass of apple. So if mass of earth is greater than mass of apple, here numerator is greater than denominator. So here also numerator is greater than denominator. That means acceleration acting on the apple is greater than acceleration acting on the earth. Reason, if the forces are equal, mass and acceleration are inversely proportional. Mass of the apple is very less, so the acceleration produced in the apple is more compared with the acceleration produced on the earth. That is why apple is falling towards earth. Earth is not falling, not going up towards the apple. I hope you have understood. Children, I repeat the main concept. The gravitational force between the two bodies are equal and opposite. It means how much gravitational force apple is exerting on earth, that much earth is exerting on apple. Next come to other terms given in the chapter. Mass, inertia, weight. What is mass? Matter in the body is called mass. What is weight? Gravitational force acting on a body is called weight. For a physical bodies, gravitational force will provide weight. So weight is equal to gravitational force acting on the body. Next term, new term you have to learn is inertia. This is already learned in the Newton's law chapter, law of inertia. So what is inertia? Inertia is the inability of the body to change its state. Inertia is the inability of the body to change its state. If a body is in the state of rest, that will continue the same state. It cannot change its state by itself. Whatever may be the state, may be state of rest, may be state of motion. That inability of the body to change its state by itself is called inertia. I repeat, inability of a body to change its state by itself. Some external force is to be applied to change the state of a body. Otherwise, the body remains in its own state. That property of a body is called inertia. Next term is difference between mass and weight. Mass is the matter contained in the body, whereas weight is the gravitational force acting on the body. First difference. Second difference, mass of a body cannot be zero, but weight can be zero. If you know the weight formula is mg, if g becomes zero, weight also becomes zero. So weight can be zero, but mass cannot be zero. Mass is a scalar quantity, weight is a vector quantity. Next difference, mass is measured in kilogram, weight is measured in Newton. Mass, one more difference, mass is measured by using a physical balance, whereas weight is measured by spring balance. So children, these are the differences between mass and weight. And today's last topic is gravitational field strength. Gravitational field strength means G. In the yesterday's class, we have learned the equation. Gravitational force, also known as weight mg, also by Newton's law can be written as gmm upon r square. So from this, if we make these two parts, make g as the subject, then the formula become F upon m. This is called gravitational field strength. So children, what is gravitational field strength? It is the gravitational force acting per unit mass. Gravitational force acting per unit mass is called gravitational field strength. So it has got two formulae. Number one, G is equal to F upon m, as well as in yesterday's class we have seen G is equal to capital G m upon r square. So this formula is called the relationship between small g and capital G. So what are the questions you have to do? Your assignment. Number one, already you have learned define gravitational force. That is same as Newton's gravitational law. Next one, what are the factors on which gravitational force depends? Number 3, what are the properties of gravitational force? Number 4, why apple is going towards earth? Why not earth is going towards apple? Its explanation you get from this poem. Even though their forces are equal, but the accelerations are not equal because masses are not equal. Next one, define mass, inertia as well as weight. Next question, differences between mass and weight. Next question, define gravitational field strength along with their formulae, children. These are the assignment questions you have to do from this topic. Okay, children, take care. Bye.